Good evening once more. Things don't they get serious. Now the DRC don't they get serious. What thing I don't they anticipate? Don't they look like say don't they come to reality? And good evening to one once more. And this episode, I also they try to make Leona see a vivid picture of the entire area. This is Africa area. Why make it so significant? Because when I go think say we just can talk of the conflict. Why make the conflict that take place bad and then locations there where the conflicts that they take place? Na a hindrance, process for Africa as a whole. And when I don't forget say conflicts first already they take place inside Europe. The coming of World War III. And most of now can talk of war. Some can think say now a quick process. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Some of them wars there now a process. It can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years before they come into realization and say look come to peace. But until then, the young war not to a immediate war like what we can get there civil war. And a war we go for escalate. And I hope say we're not to hope. Africa, we already doomed. I'm sorry for putting this out there. We're already doomed. Now let me continue to make this clear. Rwanda don't partner with Sudan. Uganda. And I go make una see clearly or get a clarity based on how I make Lona understand the map. Rwanda don't partner with Uganda, based on this conflict with their neighbors, the DRC. What's in the DRC also don't do? The DRC don't partner with Kenya. Kenya, geographically, not a significant point this. Kenya, DRC, conflict with Rwanda not too big. Now let's just make things clear. Now Kenya they go inside DRC for help for bring about peace. But then also they go inside the DRC for fight against the M23 rebels them. Now the main point of this for fight against the M23 rebels them. And the DRC they accuse Rwanda for supporting the M23 rebels there. Now Rwanda don't partner with Uganda. Now let me get to the map. Let me understand quickly. Why make this area so significant? We West Africa, that already lost we, that already confused we. We there under the manipulation of NATO. If I know I accept NATO, just say no more. Okay, UN. If I know I accept UN, just say America or Europe. Excuse me. But let we start West Africa. We already lost. Because one of the biggest countries inside West Africa, Nigeria, and Nigeria is doomed. They're more lost and confused than we. And we they follow from the Nigerians still. We they copy from the Nigerians still. I make Lona remember this. Now let me continue. Inside the DRC not a small country. Inside East Africa. I make Lona know this. And I want to be specific for us with the countries there. We're big inside this African continent. We're not going to name all, but the few that were significant. DRC now one. Then we'll get Mali. Now other one. That already the corrupt Mali. We don't know what's going inside Mali. Chad. Now another place. We're big. We're large. With major population. They don't corrupt Chad totally. Sudan, we don't know about the continuous process where they take place inside Sudan. They don't corrupt Sudan totally. Ethiopia, they fight for being independent, away from democracy. They want to come with their implementation. Well, when I see the conflict where they take place inside Ethiopia, Somalia, now another one. Now again, Congo, we can call Congo in. But them back, they get their own issue. Angola, now another big country this. Why make the states and countries there? Africa gets so many countries there. But say one day are the specific major countries them with major landscape and population. We're able to develop and create a major impact inside Africa and within our economy. Now that's make it significant, and that makes us one of the important countries there. We get other countries there, Algeria, Libya, Egypt. We never consider them too much because they not consider or not too care for with the black Africans them. Then they on their own. They more they mingle with the Europeans them, or just maybe the Middle Easterns them. But with the blacks them, you know, they segregate away from we. When I remember that, and that's not the reality. You know? And again, before I hit the pointer again, South Africa, we don't know now what take place in South Africa. The white man, they don't conquer South Africa, don't. Now they own South Africa. Now they own South Africa. So if they don't own South Africa, they don't confuse West Africa, even Nigeria. Now that they penetrate inside the DRC, conflicts stay inside Ethiopia, conflicts stay inside Sudan, inside Chad, inside Mali, Nigeria don't box up, Congo, you know, Somalia, Rwanda, whatever Rwanda they partner with, and again Uganda, and Uganda they up to them. Rwanda is a small country, and not too big. So they partner with Uganda for protection. And the funny parts of this issue, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, then they parallel in a way, you know? And the possible can be neighbors with 10 countries they are. Now Kenya, a big pass, you know, Rwanda. Now about the size of Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania together. We just do an estimation, you know? So Kenya ending at the edge and get advantage for attack Uganda and Rwanda. And then, you know, DRC, they let me say, now the other left. DRC then at the left, Rwanda then at the right. It depends how you look at the map. And Uganda and Rwanda, then the middle. This not bad war we going to take place. It's all about supremacy. Where they copy the same style of the Europeans them, or the Americans or NATO. It's all about supremacy. And we'll not forget again, you know, DRC gets a major landscape. We'll get DRC, then we'll get Congo also. Now, excuse me. We'll get Congo, we get also in own landscape, in own geographical landscape, then we'll get DRC. And DRC not a country for recruits or for start a conflict with, because the landscape is big. It's big. So then what they are necessary. No, but the Americans then, now then they cause this for we. They do this intentionally. Now let open your thoughts now. Huh? Let open your thoughts now. The war where they go on now based on economical war, geographical war. It's all about profit. What's in there for profit? You know, a nation or countries that we come together, we're going to reap the benefits all together. You know, as long as they all coordinate and work together. Now, the main target, since Asia or China a problem with them, and for make back when I understand, Ukraine don't become part of NATO, Finland, Sweden don't become part of NATO, so now we only get Russia, and I forget the other country name, one of the presidents Alexandria, you know, what they partner with Russia, and then two countries they are no more become part of NATO. So when I see again the dominance and the supremacy based on geographical locations them and what they want from this country. So again, now a map that they control Europe, Africa, they will control we for make sure say they control the world. They're not able to control Middle East. Now a target, that's going to be a problem, you know. But they will control Europe, they will control Africa, and then war for go against the Asians them will be a possibility. Because most of the arms there or troops there, they will come place there inside Africa. And then they will not dismantle Africa. Now make them 1% conflict there for take place. They will kill yourself, they will unbug yourself. So the 10 hours that they come for put themselves inside the country and use we replaces them with minerals them Because when I think of the minerals, when I think of agriculture, then people are they go for suffer a loss. And most of them food products need for come out some side. They go for come out Africa. If China need to supply them, if the Middle Easterns need to supply them as much, you know, they only sell for obtain resource in Africa. And since the colonial days, or since ancient, they don't tell whether they benefits from Africa. So this is another time again where they come for benefits again. And this trip, what's me the fear? If see them they can't sit on this trip. They go ask for me to come out. If see them they plant and seeds them, they go ask for me to come out. A good example, when I was thinking a lot of lie. So Jaman, they go misbehave all time as alone. But another man can go increase at the American embassy. The day so Jaman they can go increase, or policeman can go increase in the American embassy. Now Saloya, they take care of her. They take care of her. If they don't take care of her, now a breach of contract. Now war. So that means governments don't turn by the Americans still. Governments always for protect the American embassy. The employees them. Everybody where they part of the American embassy. Anybody where mistake gets harm or anything happen to them. Now a conflict of interest. And that's what affects Salon. So the problem knows that they don't control we don't. Any Southside them place the embassy, they get ambassadors there. Then they don't show you say they come for observe and take control of your country. And most of the dirty where they take place in Salon, they know. But they don't go alarm. Past thing camp a camp. They don't go alarm. Past thing camp a camp. It's all about politics. You know? So I want to make one of the refresh on the minds them. You know, we say I can focus on certain thing. There is a drive because something must come out of it. And we don't see who side this part in the lead we to inside the DRC. And this is sad for Africa. So World War III, not so just inside Europe, be mindful, also inside Africa. And also inside the Asian areas, the China, Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, etc. Now make them call her World War. If you need to see clear, when I begin to see clear now. The World War. All my hearts will go to war. That left now. When I get to blessing, I'm going to get to Muslims, the servants. You know, and we're going to make sure say anything we come forward, we will push and do now. And we hope say this West African place, they will begin to rise up. And I want beg me, imam them, me pastors them, or people where they stand for the truth in our society. Now the time this. They don't lose we or we already lost for so long. The lives in Tubaku, to the youth man, to the generations then. I don't know to the generations to come. The lie is so enormous. If we will continue to accept the lies they are, then fabrications they are, we just they try for leave. They go and bug we one day. Very soon they about. So una the pastors and the imam there, una get work for you. Una don't think so una get work for you. People they talk the truth no more. The gospel they come out. And one year the real gospel. Because now that some will set we free. Now that's will give we knowledge and wisdom and understanding for create and be better. Would they be end? It's sad. When see me people all effects for go overseas. Myself being I body but say sometimes I can think and say I want to go out, I want to come out here. But you know, only the right time. Because home not suitable. And some of we with the feel like say we get a purpose back home. If I go back to America, I go sit down in any other country, I waste my time. Because I not able to serve nobody there. But I can able to serve me people in here. You know? So now don't think about the bigger picture instead of the small issues there. We need to liberate Africa. We need to liberate Salon. Look, Guinea. We need to liberate Guinea. We need to liberate Mali, Ethiopia, Chad, Sudan, etc. We need to liberate all them countries there. Nigeria, Ghana, and sickness, nobody but enter in the wood. What means sickness? Mental sickness. And that's one transfer cancer. You know? Nigeria are unable to tell themselves the truth again. They all just don't accept themselves. They lost child. You know? They don't accept themselves. Anything where you do, the all claim as in a survival. Morals and ethics not again. Satan don't go close to them. And we never face can Satan as alone. Because of poverty. Because we're not content. We need to try to redefine we identity them. We need to try to redefine we self. We don't want to take the process, for achieve. We want to make a limp quick. All this like conflict. Man, I don't want to do things again the hard way. All my want time the quick and the fastest way. I was once a victim. But alhamdulillah, Allah don't pull me there. So when I stay blessed, we go link up, I'll be the same Sunday, but it's Alex said the day off, another day. Another day, but the message is not important. And I'm ready for work. I'm ready for reach out to Tuna. As much as they give me ears, I go always go comply with Tuna and make sure say we do what's in right and positive. I'm ready for take that step there. So now low buck up, and inshallah Allah will lead we. Because now Allah now we guide. When I get to bless today. Allahu Akbar.